There's a new book out by a Wisconsin engineer that takes a totally new approach to weight loss. Joining us tonight to tell us more about the Forever Slim diet is one of the book's editors, Becca Hannon. Becca, thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thank you.
Well, the first question when you hear that it's a Wisconsin engineer, everybody wants to know, what does an engineer know about weight loss?
Well, the author of the book, his name is Dave Olson, and he is an engineer by day, but he does have a love for creative writing. And in taking some creative writing courses, he decided to write a book about his own personal experiences. And he has had some yo-yo dieting in his life where he was able to lose weight but then gained it back. So he used that experience to write this book.
It's a very structured approach, so something I think an engineer definitely understands. It's like a problem-solving solution. But the book takes on the reader or the dieter through a 52-week guide for living their life. Now, it's a year-long program. Is it easy to stick to?
I would say that it is easy to stick to. Everyone's different, and so it's going to be a different experience for everyone who tries it. But the reason why it is a year-long book is to make it easier for you. So for each week, you have a new lesson or some new information to learn, and you have a progress report. So you can follow how well you're doing with the diet or with the lifestyle change. And every now and then, you can go back and say, what am I forgetting? What am I missing? So I would say definitely it is easy to follow.
And the first rule of the book is don't read ahead. It's in bold letters, the first chapter. Do not read ahead. So it's one chapter a week. It kind of reminds me of the book, and you're probably too young to remember, but the children's book, there's a monster at the end of the book where Grover's like, no, don't turn the page. It's kind of like, what's the importance of reading only one chapter a week?
Well, a lot of diets and a lot of weight loss techniques are very fast, and when people lose weight very quickly, they tend to gain it back, which is called yo-yo dieting. So when you do something more slowly and more systematically, you're more likely to follow it. When something is extreme, you don't have that potential for it to last forever.
And the rules aren't hard. Of course, I had to look ahead for this interview. You're not supposed to do that, but I did. I broke the rule. Talk to us about some of the suggestions that you'll find throughout the book in different weeks.
Well, people have probably heard a lot of the suggestions before, but it's the way that the book introduces them that makes it successful for people. It goes into the different food groups, obviously. How many servings of whole grain should I have a day? Should I watch my saturated fat? What is saturated fat? How much water should I be drinking a day? What kind of exercise should I be doing? So it is simple rules, and they are simple rules, and it is different information that people have probably heard before, but it's the way that it's introduced that makes it so successful.
So you said a few rules there, but again, so 1 week you'd only be focusing on the grains, and 1 week you would only be focusing on the sugars, and 1 week you'd only be focusing on weighing yourself every month. So
that's right. Well, the thing about weighing yourself is throughout the 52 weeks, you're going to actually weigh yourself once a month and write your weight into the book. So it's actually an interactive workbook where you can write in it, you can put pictures in it, things like that.
Excellent. YouForeverSlim.com is where you can go find the book and pick it up. Becca, we want to thank you so much for being on tonight.